Hello everybody. I am happy to welcome to you all to this video lecture on planning and implementation of development project. It is one of the main paper in third semester MSW curriculum in MG University. So in this session we'll be seeing about concepts of project planning, need assessment, program formulation, project planning cycle and strategy formulation of the project. Now we can discuss the concepts of project. So what do you mean by concepts of project? Concepts of project is planning a large party or an event, that is a project. This is because it was a specific party for a specific reason and it was held on a specific date and time. That means party was unique, temporary and it had a defined beginning and end. And party created a specific produce a product or service. So the concept of project means an event undertaking that are time bound. Project is unique in that it is not a routine operation but a specific set of operations designed to accomplish a singular goal. That is very important. Project is not stand for a generalized or general matters. It is always stand for fulfilling a particular need or solve a particular problem of the society or community. Then we can see what is project planning. Project planning is very important for the project preparation. So project planning is basically the process of making decisions that will carry us into the future. It includes decisions about how the present situation can be changed into a new and more desirable situation. Project planning refers to everything we do to set up our project for success. It is the process we go through to establish the steps required to define our project objectives, then clarify the scope of what needs to be done and develop the task list to do it. Then project planning is a systematic way of assessing the existing situation, that is identifying the needs and interests of the people. Then appraising the available manpower and material resource. So without resource, we can't implement a project. So we identify the available manpower and material resource. Then setting of general and specific objectives. Then fixing prioritize. There are a lot of needs. We cannot fulfill all the needs at a time. So we want to list out or prioritize which need I want to fulfill the first through this project. Then after prioritizing, then working out the solutions to meet the needs of the people, involving people's participation. That's very important. We fulfill all the needs, meet the needs with the full participation of the public, people's participation, and finally resulting in scientific studies and research. That is a project plan. Is thus an outline of activity so arranged as to enable efficient execution of the projects. As part of project planning, we assess the need of the community. So it is we can say the need assessment. A need assessment is a systematic process for determining and addressing the needs or gaps between current condition and desired condition or wants. In project management, need assessment work is undertaken before program or project work begins. Therefore, it is said to involve the project initiation phase. A need assessment is process of identifying the needs of community's need or for more clearly understanding a particular need. It also includes the extent and intensity of needs, how often and how long it should be examined. Need assessment is performed to see if there is any need for action. You want to see. Then to help direct some already existing action. And also need assessment performed to confirm and justify what we already know. Then to decide the need assessment, we need to determine the following things. First one, to determine the community. So which community you want to identify select the community. Then how to identify the community? Go to the community, leave them and learn from them. So field work is very important. Field study is very important for identifying the needy community. After identifying, determine the community, then next step, we want to determine the range of needs. So the range of the needs. Then after identifying the range, then the process of getting the information. So what are the process? We are getting the informations. Then after that, we require time and money you want to require. How much money you want to require for fulfilling or implementing this project, and how long the time duration, how many months or years you want to need to fulfill the need of that particular community. Then after the identify the time and money, then how this information will be used. So you already collect the information. Then you want to how this information will be used. That also you want to determine. So based on this, we have to determine the dimensions, that is length and breadth of the problem. Oh, how long? Okay, length and breadth of the problem. Then we have to analyze what is impact of this problem or who is affected by this problem. This is consequence of the problem. The next step is trend analysis, that is analyzing how many months or years the problem exists. That is very important. Okay. Then we look into other aspects and rank the needs according to their priorities. The community, they will tell, okay, which one is the first one to fulfill, okay, prioritize. The beginning steps for all this is looking at information that already exists. That's the existing data. Then developing existing data with view of members of community. That means the perspective of the people who feel the need and perspective from the people who support you will need. That also want to develop. Then checking the credibility of sources. That's very important. You want to check the credibility of the sources. Then prioritize the information, that is whose facts and opinions have most weight with you. And find out the intensity of the information. So this need assessment helps in first identify the barriers. What are the barriers for implementing this project? Then also you want to assess the uncovering issues you want to face. Then raising community consciousness. So if community is awakened, conscious, then only we can effectively implement the project. Then commitment to action. Then the community awakened, they feel they fulfill their needs, then they are totally committed to the action or activity. So after the need assessment, then next step is program formulation. That's programs. So what do you mean the program formulation? Program formulation is a process of choosing the who, how, what, how, when and where of following program objectives. So that's very important. Who, what, how, when, and where. The following program objectives. The program plans generally do not contain many details of the activities to be carried out and the outputs expected by these activities. These are specified at the project specification level. A project represents a single effort. That's I already explained before. Okay, it is a single goal or single effort. A program is different. It is a collection of projects. That's the difference between program and project. Project represents always a single goal or single objective or single effort. But a program is it's a collection of projects. Okay, the different project complements each other to assist the program in achieving its overall objectives. Then, how to design a new program? First, find out what the problem is. You want to design a new program? The first step, find out what the problem is. Then, after that, find out who the stakeholders are. Then, after you find out the stakeholders or the beneficiaries, then you think about what resources and skills you have available. Then, after identifying the resource, then research which intervention are effective. So, when the forming the programs based on the community's culture, their people's background, their educational status, economic status, so everything you want to study or research which intervention are effective for that particular community to implementing this particular project. Then after choose your goal and how to measure it. So very important. Measure means monitoring and evaluation. So when we always set the goal when preparing the project plan and we want to prepare setting the monitoring and evaluation also. How to monitor day-to-day monitoring and evaluate the weekend, monthly or the half-yearly or the yearly evaluations. How to measure it and identifying which activities are likely to lead to the goal. After create the documentation. So when the project we document all the steps, all the phases. Then next step is when we design new program, be flexible. Already we plan the project plan, making the planning, but according to the need or situation, we are willing to change or add or remove. So like that, be flexible. That is these are the important steps we keep in our mind when to design a new program. Then after program formulation, we prepare the project planning cycle. Okay, what is the project planning cycle? Project planning cycle refers to the step-by-step process. It is used by many project managers for running through different project phases. The life cycle is a standard format and offers framework for many funding agencies. Okay, so the project planning cycle, the first step is the project communication. Communication to the public, stakeholders, beneficiaries, funding agencies and all the related categories. We want to communicate proper way. Then the prepare the project charter and define the scope of the project. After that, schedule the project. So for the schedule we use in the Gantt chart. Okay, and after scheduling the project, next step is the identify the project resource in project planning cycle. Then identify the project resource. After identify the project resource, then we prepare the project budget and cost. That means itemized budget. Okay, each program, how much money we need. Okay, administrative expense and staff salary and the project implementation expense, material expense, like that. You want to itemize budget. You want to prepare. After then the project quality. You want to assure the quality of the project. Okay, we implement the certain activities. It should be assure the quality. Then after the next step is you want to identify the risk, project risk when the implementation time. What are risks you want to face and how to face that. That also you already plan. Then after the identify the risk, then again project communication. Okay, this is a cycling. This is a project planning cycling. Okay, then a standard project typically has the following 4 major phases. That is initiation, planning, implementation, and closure, concluding. Okay, taken together, these phases represents the path a project takes from the beginning to its end and generally referred to as project life cycle. So I hope you understood what is the project planning cycle or project life cycle. After preparing the project life cycle, the next step is the strategy formulation. So what is strategy formulation? Strategy formulation is a process by which an organization chooses the most appropriate path of action to achieve its defined goals. This process is essential to a project's success because it provides a support for actions that will lead to the expected results. Special tools they can use to assist them in formulating strategies, including the following. First one, critical question analysis about the feasibility of the project. So you want to do critical question analysis about the feasibility of the project. Then second tool we are using SWOT analysis, that is strengths, weakness, opportunities and threats of the organization to implement the project. You want to analyze SWOT analysis, conducting SWOT analysis for the strategy formulation. Strategy plan should be communicated to all employees so that they are aware of the project objectives, project mission and purpose. So strategy formulation forces an organization to carefully look at the changing environment and to be prepared for the possible changes that may occur. A strategic plan also enables an organization to evaluate resources, allocate budgets and determine the most effective plan for maximizing return of investment. Strategy formulation requires a defined set of 6 steps for effective implementation of the project. Those steps are mainly define the project. So for strategy formulation, first you want to define the project, then define strategy mission of the project. After define the strategy mission, we define the strategy objectives of the project. After we want to define the strategy objective of the project, next step is define the workable strategy of the project. That is a workable strategy. Then implement strategies of the project. After formulation or implementation strategy, then next step is the evaluation strategy of the project. So these are the important requirements we are keeping in our mind for strategy formulation. So these are the major steps for project planning. Thank you.